Alright everyone, welcome back to another Game Vault video. As always, I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. And we're going to do a video today I didn't want to have to do, and it looks like it has to be done. So let's cue up the music and we'll get right to it. So at the State of Play recently, Sony announced a slew of remakes and remasters and all that, and a couple new games. One of them being The Ghost of Yotei, or Yotei, whatever Yotei I think it's pronounced. You can go ahead and correct me in the comments if you want. Anyway, this is the sequel to The Ghost of Tsushima, which was a very well-received game, beautiful game, fantastic single-player game that was highly revered and loved by a lot of people. Yeah, it does have its flaws, as any game does, but overall this game was outstanding. People loved it. So we've got the sequel coming out. The sequel takes place, I believe, a couple hundred years after the original, so we're not getting a direct sequel with the same protagonist. We're getting, this time, a female protagonist, which, unfortunately, nowadays when you see that, the immediate assumption is DEI got a hold of the game and they did a gender swap, because that's what they do, right? They've been doing it in movies, they've been doing it in games and all that kind of stuff. So some people instantly got up in arms over that. The character's not a samurai, the character's a ronin from my understanding. But, playing as a female character is not a big deal. I've played 100 games with female main characters. They're great. Sometimes when I create my own character in a game, depending on what I'm doing, I'll create a female character. I did that for my center playthrough on Ark, just for the hell of it. Why not? I mean, there's no reason not to. It's silly to be mad just because it's female, but we've been seeing so much of this gender swapping lately that it's no wonder that people get up in arms over it. And you got one side that instantly, it's a woman, and then you got the other side's like, oh, go touch grass, you incel, and yada yada. Then you got a guy like me in the middle. It's kind of like, well, it is what it is. It's a little aggravating, because this could be a step down the DEI path, or maybe not. Maybe it's an authentic character. If it's an authentic character, wonderful. But the real shame of it is we've done this, or we've seen this so much over the past few years, that we immediately expect it to fail and suck because of it, because it just seems like it's inauthentic right off the bat. At least she's white. At least it didn't make her a black Ronin like Assassin's Creed is doing with Yasuke, the Black Samurai, over on Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is delayed. But yeah, so it's that, so I can accept a female main character. That's not the end of the world, not a big deal. If it's done right, it could be great. But here we go. Here we go with the idiocy from, game executives and so forth, developers and all that. Here's Shawn Layden. He looks special. Former Sony chairman Shawn Layden told gamers if they are uninterested or don't like Ghost of Tsushima sequel, Ghost of Yotei, they should not buy it. Don't buy it. That always works, right? These guys have got to stop saying that kind of stuff. That is not the answer to this kind of thing. There are people, myself included, to have legitimate concerns and wouldn't mind some dialogue about, why these changes are being made and why things are being done that way. Because, it like I said, it gets frustrating after a while. Nobody cares about playing a female character. We've done it, like I said, 100 times. The Laura Crofts out there, as, what you call it? What was her name in the Alien Isolation? There's some great female characters out there. It's not an issue. Jill Valentine in Resident Evil, a fantastic character. You see it all the time, so it's not that. But what it is when you swap out that character. Now, first off, it's kind of disappointing that we're not continuing with the story of the main character from the first one, but maybe his story's told. Maybe they couldn't come up with a good reason to revisit him. I don't know. I don't know why they abandoned him. Maybe down the road they'll come back to and revisit him. Who knows? But for now, his story is done being told, and we've got this new character. Now, Layden shared his comments when reacting to YouTuber Endymion's initial reaction to the game's trailer. He wrote, Ghost of Tsushima sequel stars a Japanese woman samurai warrior because, of course, it does. They can't help themselves until every franchise that was built on masculinity is replaced by women. He added Ghosts of Yotei is hopefully a small spin-off game, but if this is the true sequel and this is the new main character over Jin Sakai, F that, so sick of the forced girl boss narrative, man. Did he overreact? Maybe. Maybe not. We haven't seen the game yet. And I absolutely would not be shocked if he's 100% on the money, because we've seen it time and time and time again. We didn't get a lot gleaned from that trailer, just a little bit. We won't know more until the game gets closer to being released. We see some gameplay and all that kind of stuff. Is it going to be silly like Star Wars Outlaw, where she's smacking stormtroopers in the back of the head with the palm of her hand and knocking them out? I mean, that's what he's talking about. That's the girl boss crap that we see on a constant basis, and it's absolutely ridiculous, and it's annoying, and it's frustrating. It's just like, all right, guys, come on, we could do better than this. You don't need, you don't need to make every game star a female character, and you don't need to make her a Mary Jane that knows everything and can do everything and has superpower slappy hands that can knock a guy out with a helmet on. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. YouTuber Mighty Keef reacted to this by attacking Endymion and writing, "Man, what an absolute loser." Layden responded to the post writing, "One, it's a game and entertainment, a story a team of creators believes in. They want to make this. Two, it's a game. If you don't like it, don't buy it. In fact, why not make the game you want yourself?" Be careful what you're asking there for, Layden, because we're going to start seeing this here in the next 5 years. Big time, I guarantee you that. As all these big studios keep crashing and burning and laying off people left and right because they keep following these DEI narratives and putting out shit games that get terrible reception, don't make sales, and end up, losing money, we're going to start seeing guys making the game they want for themselves out there, and you guys aren't going to like it because they're going to be selling by the millions. Black Myth Wukong was proof of that. There's a game that's not touched by all this DEI nonsense. We don't have forced ideologies in there. We don't have weird race swapping and gender swapping and all that kind of stuff. Granted, it's a monkey playing the main character and all that, but still, I'm just saying it's an authentic game. So, but Mighty Queef here shows the disconnect, right? Instead of engaging in a conversation, you're like, well, wait, maybe this is going to be okay. Let's talk about this. No, it's just, man, what an absolute loser. And then, he started off with, I wonder how long until those people start doing the thing they do. Well, yeah, I mean, we get tired of this crap, Queef. You might accept this kind of crap as great gaming and all that on a constant basis, but we're tired of it. We want to see better games. We don't want to see nonsense out there all the time. So anyway, Layden's first point is untrue, given Sony and PlayStation have made it very clear they're not just in the business of making games and entertaining anymore, but indeed in the business of propagating gamers' woke ideology through their games. The company's website makes this very clear. Diversifying the gaming industry is one of our most important goals. Sony Interactive is committed to preparing and nurturing underrepresented talent for careers in the gaming industry. Why? Honestly, why? What do they bring to the table? What does an underrepresented person bring to the table that just your average schmo can't do? Right? And can they do it better? Now, it's different if you're going there by merit-based and you find a guy that's, from wherever or whatever, and he's good. Well, hire him. Or her. Hire her. Put her on board, man. Make her, put her in charge of a project. Let's see what they got. But if you're only hiring them because they check off boxes, kind of like Joe Biden hired Kamala Harris because she's A, supposedly black, and B, has a vagina, well, then you're not doing yourself you're doing yourself a disservice. You're not doing anything for your companies except weakening them, and you're going to put out a lesser product because you're not bringing these people on based on their merit. You're bringing them on because of physical characteristics that they can't help, and that's retarded. Anyway, furthermore, it adds, we want our workforce to reflect diversity of thought and experiences of our player base. Diversity of thought, keep that in mind. We have set out clear and ambitious aspirations, built internal and external talent pipelines, and expanded our diversity sourcing, retention, and development efforts to increase diverse representation at Sony Interactive. Oh my God. So, diversity of thought's one thing. You can have 10 people that are exactly the same in appearance. You can have 10 black men in a room together, and they can have 10 different opinions on something. You can have 10 white women in a room together, and they can have 10 different opinions on something. That's diversity of thought. It has nothing to do with the color of their skin. You can put a black man, a white man, a black woman, a white woman, an Asian man, an Asian woman, a transgender, and they can all agree on the same thing. That's not diversity of thought. That's that hive mind mentality that the left has. And that's what you're seeing in gaming now. And that's why games are so shitty these days. That's why movies went to the toilet. That's why Hollywood's suffering so much. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody wants what they're selling. Television, same thing. Nobody wants what they're selling. And gaming, that's the way we're going. We're heading for a complete collapse here because of this kind of stuff. But not only does the company seemingly have discriminatory hiring policies based on skin color and sex, but it also makes it clear it's injecting woke messaging into its games. We're also committed to highlighting diversity in products. We feature curated collections on PlayStation Store around themes such as, and I've seen this, amazing heroines, LGBT characters, and accessibility-friendly titles. To be clear, Ghost of Yotei is being developed by Sucker Punch Productions, a subsidiary of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Now, we're not going to read through every little bit of this, but I don't want this game. I don't want this game at all. I'll link this in down below so you guys can read about it yourself. But I don't want this game. I'm not getting it. And it's not because it's some female main character. It's because of the actress they chose here, Erika Ishii. You can look her up, look through her history and all that. She has posted a ton of left-wing garbage here, okay? I mean, even looking at it right now, Dimension 20, Dropout, Crit Roll, Gender, all pronouns, and she has, of course, the shaved head and the nose ring. It's not in this picture, but an absolute pig of a person, an absolute left-wing, bottom-dwelling, piece of shit. I can't stand people like this. I really can't. One of those calling for getting rid of the cops, but if you showed up at her house in the middle of the night breaking in, she'd be the first one to call the cops. Talks down about white men all the time and all that. Big supporter of Black Lives Matter. Not that, you can support whatever you want out there, but, Black Lives Matter has proven time and time again that they are a scam and they're just there to steal and launder money, but, she still supports it, and trans rights and all this other stuff. She's one of those NPC characters. She shouldn't be a main character. She could be a great NPC because she's one in real life, because she supports the current thing all the time. And I can't stand that. This is the kind of person that will change their flag in their bio every month. They'll have their Pride flag. They'll have their Juneteenth flag. They'll have their Black Lives Matter flag. Their Ukrainian flag. Their I Stand with Pakistan flag. And all this other garbage. This is the type of person they have. This is an actress, but she's also a, an activist. And she hates the kind of person I am, right? She does. She hates the kind of person. I've seen it in her tweets and all that. She doesn't know me personally. She doesn't know I exist. But if she met me and we talked, she would hate me. And for that, I will not give $1 to Sucker Punch Studios because it would support her, a person that hates me. I don't give money to people that hate me. I don't donate money to the Democratic Party because they hate me. I don't donate money to Black Lives Matter because Black Lives Matter hates me because I'm white. I don't donate to tranny causes because trans people hate me because I'm straight, and normal and all that. I don't give money to people I hate, and I'm not going to do it for her. She's the sole reason I would never consider getting this game. Which is a shame, because I was looking forward to it, especially with the abortion of Shadows there, the Assassin's Creed Shadows, and what a shit show that's turned out to be. I was like, well, maybe this will come out, the sequel will come out, and will give us, a nice look at Japan once again, and the samurai, and all this fun stuff. But no, he gave us this piece of shit instead. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Am I, should I go touch grass? Am I an incel because I'm not going to give money to a person that hates me? No. You're welcome to have your opinion on it, but that's my opinion. You guys wouldn't give me money if I hated you. That's the way it goes. You win with your wallet, and that's what we're doing right now. You got a studio like Ubisoft, which is suffering. It's not in its death throes yet, but if it doesn't change, it's going to be in its death throes soon, and that's because people have closed their wallets to them and said, no more, we're tired of your shit. So we have to do the same thing with Sucker Punch here. Anyway, leave a comment on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. I will see you guys next time. Until then, peace.